Hey folks, happy sunny Friday. What a week this has been. So please stick with me for a couple of minutes if you have ever felt like the world was closing in on you, or if you've ever wondered how a team like Little Crystal Palace could go from the dizzy heights of Wembley to the edge of the abyss, and you know what? Still find a way to stand tall. Because we often mistake a clear sky for the natural order of things. We think that when life is good, it's because we've earned it. And when the clouds gather, it's because we've been betrayed. But the truth we face every day in our jobs, our families, and even on the hallowed turf at Selhurst Park is that you don't truly know what you've built until the wind tries to tear it down. So let's look at this team this season. On paper, it was a complete disaster. They entered the most grueling season under-equipped and failing to bring in the reinforcements we all knew we needed. They watched their pillars, Mark Gay and Eberechi Eze, walk out the door and then felt the sting of the transfer request from Mateta. The spine of the club wasn't just shivering, it was being dismantled in front of our eyes. Then the silence of the infirmary grew louder as a crippling injury list stripped the squad to the bare bones. To the world, they were the FA Cup holders who couldn't even survive the first round against Macclesfield. A punchline for the press and what was deemed as a club in chaos. And when the manager stood before the cameras and let his fire spill over, drawing a tidal wave of vitriol from the media, the world called it a breakdown. But look closer, that wasn't a breakdown, it was a breakthrough. In everyday life, we are often told to distance ourselves from failure, to protect our brand and to blame our circumstances. But he did the opposite. He stood in the fire so his players could breathe. And that reveals the most vital lesson of the everyday struggle that we all face. When you are losing your assets, losing your health and losing your reputation all at once, you find out who is willing to stand in the wreckage with you. Character alone cannot be outsourced. Brotherhood cannot be bought. This team took the humiliation of that cup exit and the noise of the critics and used it as its fuel. They realised that being back to bare bones just meant there was nothing left to break. So when you look at what happened with Crystal Palace this season, don't just see a scoreline, see a reminder for your own life. When your resources are low, when the people you relied on leave, and when the world is waiting for you to fold, that is not the end of your story. That is the moment to stop relying on what is available and start relying on what is within. The storm doesn't come to teach you how to hide, it comes to show you that you are unbreakable. Whatever is being faced today, remember it isn't the presence of the struggle that defines a person, but the refusal to let it have the final word. If a path can be found back from the brink as Crystal Palace found this year, a path can be found through everything and anything. So my simple advice to all of you is to keep going no matter what. As always, if this resonates with you, either as a Crystal Palace supporter or somebody going through difficult times, then do whatever you can to put out a message, share your comments below, and in the meantime, like, share, follow, save, and do all the other things you can do to raise the profile of this particular page. But in the meantime, I'm going to chill and cheer on the Millwall today, and I hope you all have a lovely evening, and I will touch base with you tomorrow. Take care.